Hello and welcome to another 2 vs 2 domination game in Warhammer 3. In this one I am bringing the Warhammer wielder himself, Karl Franz, on his Griffin, supported by a Jade Wizard with healing. For the rest of my starting army I have 4 Flagellants, one of them the Tattersouls, a Hellstorm rocket battery, the Sunmaker, and 1 Spearman with shields. My ally is playing the Chaos Dwarfs with Astrogoth Iron Hand, 2 Infernal Iron Thorn, one of them the Immortals, an Infernal Guard with Fire Glaives, and a Magma Cannon. Our enemies are the Ogre Kingdoms and the Lizardmen. The Ogre player has brought a Slaughtermaster with the lore of the Great Maw, with Troll Guts and the Maw spell. For the rest of his army he has 4 Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists, 2 Lead Belchers, and 1 Iron Blaster. The Lizardman player has an Slan Mage Priest with the Law of Life over here, supported by this Ancient Salamander, very strong, armor-piercing missiles. For his infantry he has 2 Skink cohorts with javelins, 2 Saurus warriors with shields, and 1 with spears, the Regiment of Renown, Legion of Chakwa. Over here he also has the Umbral Tides, another very strong armor, not armor piercing, but anti-large missile unit. Alright, let's get into this. So I'm pretty much pushing directly for point 2 with all my flagellants. They are not too expensive anyway. I don't mind. I don't mind it if they die to missile fire. And my Sunmaker and this Magma Cannon should do some good damage against the enemy. Although the Sunmaker sadly won't do much damage against Ogre Bulls, I think. It's more of an anti-infantry unit. I will be targeting this Legion of Chakwa shortly. A good target. The Iron Blaster is returning fire. Didn't kill any models yet, though, gladly, so that's good. Sunmaker, as always, is doing Sunmaker things. Murdering this Legion of Chakwa with 1 volley down to half health. Gets a Revivification Crystal heal and an Earthblood, both at the same time stacked. It won't still be enough to help them. They will die sooner or later. This Flagellant is getting absolutely murdered by Skink cohorts with javelins. Oh well, they're here to die. And the Tattersouls make it into the fight pretty unscathed, at least. .50 melee attack on them right now. They're an alright unit. The Empire generally doesn't have that many good infantry. Great swords, I guess, would be another choice, but they are too expensive and not good enough for my liking. Over here, some cold ones try to engage this Infernal Iron Thorn together with the Saurus, but the blasting charges are just brutal. The enemy is holding on to this point for now. They also took point 3, so they have the victory ticket lead. I sent 1 Flagellant over here to point 1, but it's getting overwhelmed now also. It should do good against a Skink cohort in a 1-on-1, the Flagellant should, but not with 2 of them and a cold one support, and even more nobler trappers coming in. These guys are very strong for their price point because of the anti-infantry bonus, and their throwing daggers. I think I will tell the Sunmaker to target over here shortly. Yeah, there it goes. Already paid for itself, I think, the Sunmaker. It's so good. Pretty much a must pick as the Empire. Will absolutely roast these skinks and maybe even these Noblers. Also send over one free company militia. Also like these guys very much. Decent melee stats and good shooting. I picked them against as a counter pick against the Ogres, really, because they can deliver some alright shooting. And I don't like pure missile units that much. Yep, Sunmaker on the Noblers now. Empire Knight also should do nice on the charge. There they go. Brave men of the Empire. Showing their worth. Getting friendly fired a bit, maybe. Oh well. That's the price of winning, I guess. Still, it's not looking too good for us. The enemy is accumulating points very quickly. But on the other hand, we are trading nicely, having a bit of a value lead. Pretty much everyone in this game has healing, apart from the Chaos Dwarfs. I'm healing Karl Franz, sending him after the Ancient Salamander over here now. But it's a bit weird. They are stuck in each other, and Karl Franz is not getting good attacks. I guess he got one there. But the Ancient Salamander is just so slippery, it manages to retreat. And Karl Franz, I think, loses his order here. Yep. That's annoying. When that happens, he just decides to fly around and do nothing for a bit until I give him new orders. Still, we take this point at least. We really needed that. But we need another one quickly, or else we will be forced to take all three from them. Free company. Shooting into the Ogres. That's exactly why I brought them. Oh, and Demigryphs are also a nice pick against the Ogres with their anti-large halberds. They will probably not beat the elite heavy cavalry of the Ogres themselves, but they're pretty much the only anti-large choice of the Empire, apart from spears and shooting. Magma Cannon also still doing good. Karl Franz is getting swarmed over here by Colossodon hunters. They have anti-large and armor piercing, so they will do very good. Although I lured them into this remnant of a free company, and they are shooting up in support. And I also dropped an Earthblood. Oh, this is very fortunate for us that they just ran out so quickly. They were like half health. If they would have fled into another direction, it would have been... they could have returned. My ally sent the Immortals over here. Sadly, they are getting pretty demolished. Getting demolished by these Ogres, Man-Eaters. The Immortals are a strong unit, but they are really an anti-infantry unit. That's not the fight they want to have. The middle fight, on the other hand, is looking pretty good for us. Reinforcements from every side. A Chaos Dwarf Warrior with great weapons, Sterlin's Revenge, 2 free company militia. This damn Ancient Salamander still causing problems though. I sent Franz after it again. Drop another heal on him. Skin cohort. That's the good thing about Free Company. Free Company should do fine against skinks in melee. Jade Wizard goes ahead and charges the Ancient Salamander with Karl Franz coming in support shortly. The Jade Wizard is a bit faster than Karl on his flying horse. We've taken point 2 and point 1, but at this point we might have to take all 3 points from them. So I think I'm sending an infantry over there shortly, as is my ally. Sending a Chaos Dwarf warrior over there. Although these man-eaters will do very good against the Chaos Dwarf warrior. Over here our enemies are really relentless. They are always threatening this point. I sent another flagellant over there. Oh, and Outrider with grenade launchers. Also a very nice unit in the Empire roster. They are a hard counter against pretty much all kinds of infantry. These skinks are already gone. Noblers are strong, but even the charge of such a tattered Empire Knight, they will not survive easily. Especially if these flagellants come in support. Franz got a bit overzealous there. Gladly I managed to retreat him though. And he still has a bit of his healing cap left, so I drop another heal on him. Sindler's Reichsguard holding the line for the Empire together with these Chaos Dwarf warriors. Maybe not very law friendly, but epic nonetheless. Dinosaurs and dinosaurs against people on horses. Isn't that a good time? Franz is healing. I managed to secure point 1, but I'm really sweating at this point, as the enemy is really closing in on the victory. Summon in the Hellstorm, the Sunmaker once again. Maybe not the best choice at this point, as the enemy doesn't have too much infantry here, and the Sunmaker is very much an anti-infantry tool. Tattersouls also holding the line. They would probably lose in a fight against the Soros straight up, but they will hold nonetheless. And that's what I need them to do. These Soros are not on point 2, so they are not taking it. As I don't really have any other targets, I'm shooting at these lead belchers now with my Sunmaker. These Demigryph Knights with halberds have been forgotten a bit. Could have been used nicely to kill this Bastillodon. But in the heat of the moment, things like that get forgotten. Oh, and it looks like the Sunmaker is actually doing alright against these lead belchers. Together with these Sinter's Reichsguards charts, it should be a pretty nice engagement. Yeah, I realized that we really need to take point 3, so I sent Karl Franz over here to route some stuff. He hasn't gotten much kills at this point, but I think his value should be alright, if I can get it. Yeah, 1500, no, he hasn't quite paid for himself. But then again, he's quite the distraction for the enemy and also a terror-causing piece. Riperdactyls, going for the Sunmaker. I don't have any defending units for him now, and I didn't see these Riperdactyls coming in sadly, so they will just kill the Sunmaker. Bad play for me for sure. It was just such a stressful game. Everywhere things needed to be managed. They're threatening point 1 again, for example. This Outrider getting chased by a Feral Cold one. But I hope I can use them against these Nobblers. Yep, I'm sending them after the Nobblers. Like, even if they get out like 1 volley or 2, the Nobblers will be pretty much dead. Oh no, though, I guess they tried to shoot at the Feral Cold ones. At least they lured them into the flagellants. Yep, sent 1 flagellant over here to point 3, together with my allies Bull Centaur Renders and Karl Franz. Franz showing his value again. He will probably terror out these Nobblers pretty quickly. Although these Mournflying cavalry will be a problem, and these Saber Tusk pack as well. Even if we manage to take this point, even if we manage to win this engagement, we won't be able to take the point as these flagellants are super low and infantry is pretty much the only unit that can quickly take points. We have point 2 for now and 1. The flagellants and the Outrider with grenade launchers managed to defend this point. I love this unit. 2300 value, they already paid for themselves. They cost like 900 I think. These Riperdactyls, still alive, being a menace. Also very strong unit on the Lizardmen roster in my opinion. Flying anti-infantry, armor piercing. Not something you see often in many rosters, that is. We get point 3, not yet, but I think we should soon. But yeah, it's so close at this point, and they're threatening point 1 again. It's so stressful. The Elder of Griphites are sent over there after the Feral Cold ones that are pursuing this Outrider. They should kill these Feral Cold ones quickly. Yeah, the health is already disappearing, and I sent the Outriders around to go for this infantry. Still, we can't afford to lose this point for even a few seconds. We have this one and this one for now, but we need all 3 of them. We can't let them have points. Altar of Griphites coming in. Pretty much my only hope at this point. This infantry is coming over, but it will all be too slow, as our enemies will win in a few seconds. Yeah, my Chaos Dwarf ally is also sending stuff over there desperately, but we just won't make it. Maybe if the game would have gone on for a little bit longer, we would have managed to win it, but then again, over here they are also threatening point 3 again. We have a pretty significant damage value lead, but it just wasn't enough. Good game from our opponents. I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.